Hey, ladies. You know what? One thing that I learned in life is a man will show you what he likes. I hung out with too many men, and that's why I hang out with them because I learn a lot with them. But a man will show you exactly what he's attracted to. If you sit back and be quiet when y'all take them long drives through the city, or if you're out, and if you just don't open your mouth, because we women, if a man look at something, we like, you better watch that when you're with me. I don't do that. When I'm out with a guy and he driving and we going out, I keep my mouth closed. I'm looking probably off, looking into my own thing, enjoying the trip. But one thing God blessed me with is that peripheral vision, that side vision. I ain't gonna correct, and I do say that I'm a good actor too as well. So while he's looking at what he's looking at, and I'm down in my phone and I'm looking, I'm also looking at what he's looking at. He might be looking at somebody with long, lush black hair, something totally different than what I am. Okay, because I'm a black woman. Okay, I got curves. Okay, I'm thick, as they say. And you know what? I say I look decent. But men have an attraction to something that you don't know about. I have a friend girl that at one time she told me her story. She said, you know what, Tina? She's chunky. She says, Tina, she said when she was out with her man, she said he was looking at everything but people that looked like her. He was looking at a Puerto Rican with brown hair, long hair, caramel skin. Next time they went out, he was looking at a Dominican, long, lush hair, curves, pretty, kind of mixed texture, hazel eyes, very beautiful women. And she said she didn't say anything. He just made it known what he liked, and he was looking at it. Kind of, not in a disrespectful way, but she took look that's what she noticed about him. She says one day that she sat back and she picked him up from work. And she says she sat back in a cut a little bit just to kind of observe when he came out the building. When he walked out the building, he was walking with a woman with long, lush hair. Very beautiful woman. That was his attraction. Several times down the line, he was having an affair on her. He got with a woman and he made a baby with her, several babies with that woman, and got her pregnant. And that would end the relationship because when she found out, it was a woman of his liking. So one thing, like I said, one thing I've learned is to sit back and watch, because a man will show you what he likes. And I guarantee you it might not look like nothing like you are. He will sit back and he look at, if she thick, he like a thick chick. You skinny. But his preference might be a thick chick. He might have a preference where he watching women with big breasts. He might like a woman that's big chested. One thing I do believe, a man will show you what he likes. And it might not look like you. He might be looking at a man. Look at that brother. He think he all dieseled up. He might play it off. He might be looking at something, like I said, totally different. All right? But my thing is, you just have to sit back and you have to watch. And if she comes back and she looks more like the first one, and then the second one, they look the same thing, the third one looked the same way, that's his preference. That's what he like. He might like a Latino. He might like a mixed chick. He might like something that don't look like you. But you got to keep your mouth closed and just observe while you're in his presence. On that long drive, just catch him off guard. Look at what he's looking at. But keep quiet. Always take.
First of all, First of all, if you using this technique to try to figure out what your man like, then he ain't worth a damn. He ain't worth a damn. Sound sound like she got some dude that's out here reckless, eyeballing like a mother. Out here just reckless eyeballing. Cause if a man that's a disciplined man, you probably you can't you ain't gonna be able to look at him and tell what he's looking at or tell what he's attracted to by what he's looking at. Cause he ain't gonna be looking at nobody because he's with you. He ain't gonna be looking at nobody because he's with you. But if he's with you and you and you about to put your eye out trying to look at your peripheral vision, trying to see what he's looking at, sweetheart, you got a problem. You got a problem.
Well, the key word that you said is a disciplined man, and most men aren't disciplined. So that's kind of hard for you to fetish because you're a disciplined man. But there's a lot of men that do it. And so she's right with her technique. So often we see men with women and we say, well, why is he with her? Because we know that's not really that man's flavor or taste. Some men are with women for different reasons. He may be with a woman that looks a certain way because she provides for him or she does certain things for him, but yet she's not the ideal woman that he would want to be in a relationship with. Not a question that she's saying here. She's saying that look at the woman and the man tells you what he wants. But the question I would ask her is, why isn't he getting the women that he really wants? See, that's some inadequacies within himself
Well,
that he can't go get the women with the blonde hair and the blush and this kind of women and the hazel eyes and all that. So there's something he's not possessing in order to get the kind of women that he wanted. Most of the time it's finance. So if he's not up to par, he's not that six-figure man, and he's not up to par, then he can't get the women that he wants. So it doesn't matter for him to look at him and fantasize or do whatever he wants. He knows he's not in that league. So it doesn't do him any good. He can want all he wants. If you're
man,
not in the league, you can't get him.
if you with a man and
Mhm.
he's looking at other women while you with him, you shouldn't even care what his attraction is. Because at that point, that's being very disrespectful off the top,
But
right off
Kevin,
the rip. So as a woman, see that's what gets y'all in the most trouble. Is because okay, he already showed you what kind of guy he is. So why you won't continue with him in the first place to try to find out more? Well, how much do you need to know about him?
but initially, guys don't always show you that. When he's trying to get in with you for whatever his motive is, he's being affectionate towards you, he's being attentive towards you. Hell, he might not even be taking you anywhere where other women are around him because he's trying to set her up so that he can have her where he wants because she provides him with something that he can't get for himself. There's something she provides. But then when he gets in, and then she starts saying, well, hey, babe, I want to go out. Why are we always in? Why you never take me anywhere? Why you don't do anything with me? And then she noticed that when they're starting to do
Well,
activities
you
together, when
already
they're
did.
around other people, she's seeing his actions.
Mm-mm. Because you already defeated your own argument right there. Because if he ain't taking you nowhere, you ain't going. That automatically,
But
that's
not
a red flag in itself.
But you see it as a red flag. A woman, when a man is showing attention and
Mm.
interest and all the way around, all the time around you, it doesn't, at that time, it does not convey that he's not interested. Some women think that's affectionate, think that's cute, that, hey, he just want to spend time with me. He just want to chill and do Netflix with me. And so already that woman probably is having some, self-esteem issues and because this particular brother is attracted to her, she's excited and she's in a moment with him. So the red flags that you're talking about, they're not coming up. They're not going up because his approach is differently. His approach, see, you're trying to look at this through the lens and the eyes of a guy who stands on principles and morals and values and who got something going. Guys are not out there trying to do and handle women in that way when they have ulterior motives of why they're choosing that kind of woman. They're not doing that. They're looking at how they could get over. They already done scoped her, plotted her, looked at her, looked up and down and say, man, I know what I could get her to do for me. She ain't that cute or she ain't that fine. But Lord, if I go say something to her, she'll be handling up, taking
You
care of
know,
nigga.
you know the
They
thing.
go out and they scheme.
This is the thing that trips me out. Is why women always claim that you're so smart, but every time you go get one of these these no good dusties, you try to play dumb.
But it's not about being smart or dumb. That's not, it's about it being emotionally attached to somebody. It's a predator. So you got somebody that's seeking these type of women out so that they can use them and mess over them. And a woman is genuinely looking for somebody to be good to her and be affectionate and think that person wants to. Man, it's the old mentality. Anytime a man can convince a woman to go sell her body and bring him the money, come on. There's guys out there that still have that mentality. They still have that mentality. I'm going to use you to get what I need and I want.
Well, that's on you. That's on you, man. That's on you.
Well,
Because
like she said, when you discover
because
it,
if you sit here and because it's very women can go through 1,000 dudes and tell you what's wrong and why they won't be blah 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 blah, but then when it comes down to one that they I guess they deem he's in a certain category to her, maybe or maybe
mhm,
not, then it's all of a sudden it's full speed ahead and I just ignore everything that's going on wrong with him.
no,
Everything you says, you sit here and say, well, hey man, he don't take me nowhere, so he's tricking me, he's trying to make me think he's a great guy, he wants to do this. Well, you already know, if he ain't taking you nowhere, y'all don't never go out to dinner or nowhere else, then guess what, that ought to tell you something. But then when you do take him, when y'all do go out, he's looking at other women and you up here trying looking out the corner of your eye trying to see what he's looking at.
because now your insecurities step in because now you have something to measure to. When these guys come as predators, they're coming in a different ways. They're coming and making
These
you
niggas
think
ain't
it's
that
all about
smart,
you.
man. Man, y'all
Trust
make
me.
it out this thing you got these niggas that
It's
smart.
not
Man,
a
they
it's
not
not
that
about being
smart.
smart or dumb.
I
It's
could
just that
spot
a
them
lot of
from a
men,
mile away.
but you're a man. You're a man. So when a woman is leading with her emotions and her affections on come on, Kevin, you can't be this
So
blind
so
to
and
this
so even
situation.
even
So
even
if
with that,
men, the
even
oldest, go ahead.
even by your theory, and even by her theory, okay. So now you saying you emotionally tricked and you're led into a situation where now you're in there because you feel some kind of way. But by that time, it's too late anyway. So whatever you talking about, it's too late.
Well, most of the time it is too late. When you really find out that you were that way, but it's never too late to get rid of a person when they're not giving you what you need. But initially, a person can make you think that they want to be with you and that you are the one for them. And then you start to notice the signs. That's with any relationship. That's a relationship with a man and a woman. A man could be with a woman and think she's the one. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's doing everything perfect and right. And then all of a sudden, she's starting to change her pattern, or there's something about her that changes. And it could have just been from the beginning. She didn't want you, she wanted what you had to offer. So it happens in relationship both ways. It's more prevalent with men with women. Men don't always choose the woman that they want because they're not able to get the woman that they want. So they go out with these other women, and in the process, that woman is emotionally scarred and hurt because she wasn't what he wanted in the beginning. He deceived her. Deception is the ultimate, and we all are subject to it happening to us.